What you are about to hear is highly classified. Pay attention and listen at all times. And most importantly, remember, if you back out of our show, we might just make a crazy song about you. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now entering Zone 4. And welcome back to The Zone. I'm Brant Fowler.
I'm John Wilson.
He's Frank Rayner, and I'm Kerry Kelly.
I'm Pseudo Bill Gladman.
There you go.
Ding, 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 ding. Bill Gladman, back out of the podcast again. Bill Gladman is never here when he says he will be. Bill Gladman, we don't even think he's a real person anymore. Bill Gladman, we miss you.
We may actually have to use that for our intro to Rain Man, Brad.
I'm totally going to make an audio clip out of that.
I told you the song, dude.
Nice.
That was beautiful and heart-wrenching all at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
And slightly vomitous.
It was no more disturbing than any normal episode of Doctor Who you could name. So there you go. See, I've already got Gladman on the defensive, and I've banged on Doctor Who, and we're not even 5 minutes into this.
I'm telling you, we haven't even really properly introduced ourselves here. So this is episode 263 of Zone 4, and if you have not heard the announcement update, this was supposed to be our anniversary episode. That will be next week. So just yeah.
It's a whole anniversary month, actually.
Well, it is. It is true.
We decided 1 week wasn't enough, so we just made it the whole month.
There you go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's our story.
But I mean, it's true though. I mean, we got Zone 4's 5-year anniversary is technically April 3rd. So as you're listening to this, it's already happened. Hall of Toys 1-year anniversary is April 10th, and then Mike Luoma's Glow in the Dark Radio is hitting episode 300, I think, on April 19th.
Dang.
Yeah. So lots of celebration going on.
That thing just goes on, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The dark.
So never-ending darkness.
Yeah. All right. So before we get into things, we should mention that we are proud members of the Comics Podcast Network. You can find us every Friday on comicspodcasts.com, and you can find Hall of Toys there as well anytime we do an episode. And I think the related recaps might be up there soon, so we'll see. But, yeah, so we're proud to be a member of that. And there's all kinds of podcasts over there. Got a couple of sponsors this week.
Sponsor of the week.
We have audible.com. If you go to audibletrial.com/zone4podcast, you can get a free 30-day trial and a free book download. And it helps the show when you go through that link. So please go through that link. Any suggestions from Audible this week? Anybody? No?
I haven't even.
Go read a book.
Go read a book. Go listen to a book.
Go listen to a book.
Because it's easier on your eyes.
Yeah, yeah. That way you can.
Endorsement, Brant Fowler, yeah.
Yeah, that way you can shovel the sunshine or something.
All right. Well, this is going to be on. Never mind. I was going to give a suggestion for Dill of the Day, but it won't be the Dill of the Day anymore by the time you hear this, so that wouldn't make much sense.
Damn it.
I'm telling you. But no, there's over 100,000 titles to choose from, tons of stuff, anything you can imagine, fantasy, sci-fi, historical stuff, informational stuff, anything. So check it out. And our other sponsor is C2E2. You can learn all about the convention at c2e2.com. It takes place April 25th through the 27th in Chicago, Illinois. Comic Related will be there. We'll have our usual 3 tables. It's a D1 through D3 in Podcast Alley. So come.
Oh, is that what they're calling it now? Podcast. You have your own alley now.
Podcast Alley.
We do. Yeah, we're that important.
That is awesome.
No, it is pretty cool. And there's going to be, I mean, we're surrounded by other podcasts, of course, and
Podcast Alley just means near the bathrooms.
Yeah, well, that's true, too.
That's all Podcast Alley really.
Stop eating the hot dogs. I keep telling you guys, don't eat those freaking hot dogs.
Those $7 hot dogs?
Yeah, the one that rips right through you like a $5 piece of fried chicken.
Yeah. But if you are at C2E2, swing by the Comic Related table, say hi to Chuck and John. They'll be there. And some other people will be there as well from Comic Related. And around. I don't know. Who's the special guest? Anybody know at C2E2 this year?
No.
No.
I've purposely shut it out because I can't go, and I'm boycotting.
Okay, fair enough. I'm pulling it up.
I don't know, but you'll never get close to them.
Probably not.
Whoever they are, you'll never get close enough to see them, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, comic guests, the likes of Gail Simone, Adam Hughes, Jimmy Palmiotti, all the regulars there. So that's cool. That's
just those guys.
Yeah.
Just those guys.
Allison Scagliotti from Warehouse 13 is going to be there. That's awesome.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Unless Palmiotti gets sick again.
Well, yeah, true. Hulk Hogan's going to be there. Nobody cares.
Oh, I've got to go now. Freaking Hulk Hogan.
I'm telling you.
There you go. Just
A lot of Hulk Hogan fans out there, I see.
I know.
And
Terry would walk up to him and go, "Yo, where's your daughter?"
Dude, that girl. Oh, never. Don't get me started on that girl. Family show.
Yeah, and some of the cast from MTV's Teen Wolf's going to be there too. So you can learn more at c2e2.com.
Yeah, like I said, you'll never get close to them.
No, probably not. And if you do, you'll have to pay to talk to them anyway. So.
Yeah, you have to pay to breathe their air.
But it's cool they're there. I don't know.
Life of media show.
I don't know though. Shia LaBeouf was right down the road from you guys.
Yeah,
here.
Shia LaBeouf was right across from him.
Stop it. Shia LaBeouf.
And I looked at that book.
He wearing his bag.
He had his own comic carried. Didn't you hear about this?
No.
Yeah, no,
That's the comic he stole. That's not the same thing as your own comic.
No. This was before that. This is the comic that he drew.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I can tell
I
you
anything about this.
You don't.
I can tell you, Carrie, what your kid spits up, a lot more interesting than what that book was.
Really?
I actually saw it.
Yeah.
And people were buying it or no?
Well,
Somebody bought it and brought it over. I actually looked at it. Honestly, I thought it was either a joke or were the drawings of a child.
I think a lot of people were buying it like fans were of his
novelty,
were buying it to
yeah.
take pictures with him and stuff like that. But yeah.
But he was serious. It was. I don't remember it exactly because I think I blacked it out. But I remember just some rambling, nonsensical wording, and the worst art I have ever seen in my life. I mean, and I used to teach in the inner city, so
Right.
And this was just bad.
I'm gonna have to find pictures of this to show you, Carrie.
Oh yeah. It's got to be out there somewhere in the world.
It's on the internet. Well, of course, I guess it's got to be on the internet, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it
actually, was a couple of years ago.
Frank, you won't be able to see this, but I'm gonna send it in the Skype chat so Carrie can take a look. I found it.
What do we got to do to get Rainer on Skype, man?
Yeah, what do I have to do,
Don't
Brian?
they have internet in BF, Ohio, wherever you live?
No.
I don't. Can you get Skype on your computer, Frank? I don't know. I don't know what kind of computer you have.
Well, I'm actually not familiar. I mean, I've never done Skype. I'll look into it, though. But really, do you really want to see this much awesomeness? I mean, can you really handle it?
Just saying, bro.
Oh, shoot. One of these days, I'm going to get you and Gladman both on Skype. It's a goal.
That is
Gladman
definition of
Walkman.
suck.
Gladman still listens to Walkman, so you're not going to get that.
I know. So you're looking at it, Carrie?
Oh, that's just...
Precious.
Dude. No, that's horrible.
Yeah. So that happened.
Poet forming.
Oh, Lord. C2E2.
Yeah. Where anything can happen.
Exactly.
Well, whether you want it to or not.
He wasn't even scheduled, Carrie. He came.
Nah, he showed up at someone's table.
Yeah, he showed up that day, and he was like, "You got space for me?" And they were like, "Yeah." True story. Oh, man.
Yeah, and George Perez was showed up and took a table just down from him, and had a continuous line.
Oh,
Well, of course he.
Yeah, his line is always continuous.
Well, yeah. That was cool, though. We got to talk to him before it got crazy, but...
Awesome.
Yeah. It's like, complete dichotomy there. You have LaBeouf, and you have Perez.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a wonder there wasn't some sort of vortex in between them.
Uh-huh. That's two completely different ends of the spectrum there, yeah.
Yeah, canceling each other out here.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of conventions, Carrie, what excuse me, what conventions are you going to this year? Do you know?
Probably a big fat goose egg at this
Oh,
point.
really? Okay.
Yeah. Just, they don't hold too many here in my part of the world.
That's true. They don't.
So, yeah, but I will say this, I am looking, forward in time and trying to figure out exactly where I want to be next year.
Cool.
So I'm going to try to hit it a little harder next year.
Awesome.
Work is really balling me up. It's really not home, it's work.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah. So
We'll get it figured out. Got to get the books out first. I'm almost done with the first trade, so that's nice.
right. Yeah.
Nice.
I just got the cover back.
Awesome. You still getting a lot of good feedback on Dynagirl?
Oh yeah, man. I have a lot of fun. We actually right now we're running we're doing I want to say 7 or 8 weeks worth of single page updates. I mean, basically it's just we're doing a sketch, kind of like a full page sketch, and then I'm actually writing like a prose section for it.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we're changing up a little bit, giving Harold some time to get ahead on the new issue, and he's having a lot of fun with doing the single page stuff, and we're just kind of keeping it fresh, enjoying it. So
Awesome.
that's it, man.
Very cool. And I know we'll probably repeat some of this during the plugs and stuff, but Frank, you got Gem City coming up this weekend, right?
Gem City, and my only two planned. I told Chuck that I screwed up last year, and Chuck sent the Guidos after me. I'm going to be at Derby.
Nice.
And then of course we got Champion, and not which we don't have the date yet, which we're working it out since Wizard World went on the same weekend that we did. We don't know if we're going to keep the same weekend or not, but I will be down at Derby to see you guys. So, and Brant Fowler will be making an appearance at Derby. You know what, guys? We need to start a campaign for the Brant Fowler to get more fresh air campaign because
Fowler promised he'd be at Derby City last year, and he stood me up. I'm just putting it out there.
Because Carrie, I saw Chuck and John at Lexington, and they were kind of giving me the impression that Brant's like one step away from Howard Hughes.
Yep.
You know, like
if he could grow facial hair.
Yeah.
I have facial hair.
Models, but I got to say, like, his fingernails are long and his hair is long. So.
No, I think I'm contractually obligated to be at Derby City this year, so I can't get out of it this year. But no, I'm looking forward to it. And I wish I could have gone last year, man. I wanted to see it, Carrie, but you know.
That's all right, man.
Truth is,
it's really Brant. It really is.
No, truth is, I didn't come because you were there. No,
I was trying to tell me it's not me, it's you.
Yeah, there is a theory that Chuck and I made you up, Brant.
I believe that.
That you're not really real, and
this is all a computerized voice.
this is a computerized voice thing that I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm not real. And when you see me on
to myself.
when you see me on video, it's animatronic.
Exactly.
Oh Lord, yeah. So, but no, I'll be there, and I'll be at John's Con as well. So, I have to be at that one. John will kill me. Literally, that's like written in stone. It's like if you don't show up, I'm coming to your house and destroying you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There will be blood.
Yeah. Mostly mine.
Mostly his.
Oh man. So. Conventions.
This is what happens when you wing it, Brand. There's these uncomfortable pauses of silence. You have to keep segueing us, man. Come on.
All right, so
So, how you guys doing?
All right, I got one. Are you guys look? I know probably I'm the only one reading any Spider-Man books, but
Yes, you are.
okay. So
In the country.
Actually, I did hear where Peter Parker's back.
yeah, he came back at the end of the last issue of Superior Spider-Man, and then Amazing Spider-Man #1 relaunches, I guess, later this month.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's walking around in a huff. How could you not notice it wasn't me?
No, actually,
So, Brand, enlighten me because I have not really read Superior. How did Peter come back?
okay. Well, his consciousness was always in there, but
yeah.
Doc Ock was able to bury him, and he thought he completely expelled him, but over the course of time, like the last half of the series, we slowly saw him.
All the fans told him how stupid it was.
Well, maybe so, but we saw him slowly kind of coming back up, and we'd see his memories were starting to mesh with Doc Ock's, and he couldn't figure out who he was. So eventually, he finally just figured out, hey, I'm Peter Parker. He took control, and took back over, and now Doc Ock's gone. So.
In this day and age, we call that schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Very true. Oh, shoot.
So does that mean Ock is kind of living in a little part of his brain and he can pop back up at any time?
That's possible, but at the same time, there is still a little Octobot walking around that has Doc Ock's.
You did not just say Octobot.
It's called
He
an
said
Octobot. Yes. That's the Octobot is how Doc Ock.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any
I know that's how Doc Ock got into Peter Parker's brain in the first place, was through
via the Octobot.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's getting sued over that shit.
Driving the
Somebody's
spider
getting
buggy.
sued.
But yeah, so Peter Parker's back, and it's supposed to be a big year. There's this big Spider-Verse thing happening where in November, where it features every single Spider-Man you've ever seen from various dimensions all together. So, yeah, you'll have Ben Reilly in there. You'll have Spider-Man 2099.
I know you're hoping a party over that one, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. I love Spider-Man.
No, tell him the worst part of it, Brant.
What's the worst part of it?
That they're going to have Peter Parker, the Amazing Spider-Ham, there.
Yeah, he's going to be in it too.
Jesus.
Yep. And the Spider-Man from 1602 is going to be there. All of them. Yeah.
What I don't get is you were telling me they're having some Spider-Man characters there that are Peter.
Yeah.
Like when he got 6 arms, that's going to be a different character there interacting with the normal Peter, right?
Right.
How is that happening?
They're from different, because there's a multiverse.
Dumb.
They're coming from different
Because it's
dimensions.
dumb, yeah. No, it's that excuse they use where when everything diverges, it goes off into another
Yeah. Exactly.
Marvel U.
Yeah. So that's how you're
So
able to have.
lame.
Yeah, that's how you're able to have Spider-Man Noir is going to be in it too, and
Yeah. Oh wow.
yeah. So I don't know. I think it's interesting. It depends on the story though. So,
Only if they fight.
It said some of them it'll be fighting against each other and teaming up, because it's the only thing I don't like is it's the villain in it is Morlun, and he's the villain from The Other, which is when Peter Parker died and came back as some kind of spider creature and got the organic webbing and had spikes coming out of his arms, and yeah, not crazy about that, but whatever.
Well, I'm just hoping they fight and like slowly kill each other off, and it becomes like this big battle royale. And
That's possible.
who's the best spider?
I'll tell you what though.
Well, that would be cool.
Yeah, speaking of Spider-Man, we did on Comic Frontline. We did an April Fool's live show the other night last night, and we pulled this prank on one of the guys. We made up this fake story about Spider-Man, about Peter Parker. Now that he's back, he's marrying Doc Ock's girlfriend. That's the girl that Doc Ock dated while he was in Peter Parker's mind.
Oh God.
But
Okay.
no, it's not true. We made up this story though, and one of the guys is.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's not true. We made up the story, made up a fake article. I made up a wedding invitation. with all the info on it. And one of the other guys is a huge Spider-Man fan, and he didn't know anything about this, so we pulled it on him. And, you know, it was a live show, so some of the people watching fell for it and everything. And it was a blast, because by the end of it, we just cracked up that, you know, everybody fell for it. So it was fun.
That's kind of evil.
It is evil, but, you know.
I'm sad nobody fell for mine.
I'll remember that.
No, John, you're wrong. Somebody, another guy on Comic Frontline, at least, fell for both the stories, the one you wrote and the one I wrote.
Nice.
Yeah. We had him going all day long. He was like, we got to do a live show. We got to talk about this news. Because I did one about Marvel Phase 3. And I announced like the Kree Inhuman War and an Avengers relaunch and all this stuff. And John did this whole thing, wrote a story about the New 52 being this gag joke that went around via email by Jim Lee, and it got so big they just had to run with it.
And this poor cat just soaked it up, didn't
He did. He forgot what day it was.
Wow.
And we were just all laughing behind the scenes. We were chatting to each other like, we can't believe he hadn't figured it out yet. So it was hilarious. It was a fun day. Oh, man. So.
That's Karma's going to come back and get you.
Yeah. It probably will.
Karma will come back.
It will, but it's worth it. Did you guys see that Dr. Doom is cast for the Fantastic Four movie?
Yeah, another child.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a woman, though, is it?
No, it's, I don't know who the guy is. His name's Toby Kebbell.
No way. Seriously?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very afraid of someone named Toby.
Yeah, apparently he was in, I know you are, John, but apparently he was in, he's gonna be in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, or he was in. No, that was Rise. Yeah, he's gonna be in the next Planet of the Apes movie. He was in Wrath of the Titans, stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Another person that looks 12 years old, though.
He does,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
what is the cast? What is going on with the casting of this movie?
It seems to be like what they're going for, isn't it? Like a bunch of kids, yeah?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, everybody looks like they're preteens in this movie. I'm like, my God, what is going on?
Yeah, but I mean, if they're the rumor is that they're basing it off the Ultimate Universe, and if they are, then the Ultimate Universe Fantastic Four did start out really young.
Oh,
Yeah,
Reed
but
did, but
I don't care what universe you're in, the Human Torch is not a black kid.
Oh boy.
Okay?
there is that.
Ah.
I mean, yeah,
I
there is
hate to put it out there, but that's just that, you know.
Apparently in Fox's movieverse he is.
Well,
But you know what? I had this point with Graham before. If the FF was still if it was still the heavyweight flagship title for Marvel like it was in the 60s and 70s, it would not have changed the cast much.
I agree.
You know, but the FF has fallen by the wayside. It's not even the stepchild. It's like a fourth year son. It's like the Beetle or Purple Man of villains now for title wise.
Which is sad, how far they've fallen.
You know, I've always said this. You cannot. I don't give a damn what they say about Spider-Man. You can't ask for almost a better run of comics than FF 1 to 200.
You know what though?
Oh, I know.
The new Fantastic Four series that just came out, it's got 2 issues out so far. It is really good. It's written by...
It doesn't matter, Grant. It doesn't matter. It's still, no one's reading it.
No, I am. It just came out.
Nobody.
No, hey. No, it's written by James Robinson with art by Leonard Kirk. It's beautiful art. It's a really good story. It's the arc is called The Fall of the Fantastic Four, and at the beginning of it, everything's falling apart, and then we go back and track up to that point how this happened. And it's
okay. Now wait a second. Is this is it called The Fantastic Four or Fantastic Four or what?
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a brand new title.
Yeah, it's got 2 issues out so far. What'd you say, Frank?
It's at the bottom though, dude. No one talks about the FF anymore.
I don't know. This one's really good. I think people start talking about this one.
It's lost a lot of its luster.
I would agree. I mean, the last few runs of it have been horrid. I've never been able to get into the Fantastic Four since I've been reading, but this one, for whatever reason, has really appealed to me. So.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I hope they put out good stuff. I just don't think it's going to reclaim nothing. It's not going to be back at the top of Marvel now. Marvel's not going to really promote it to be at the top.
Oh yeah, I get your point now. No, it's never going to be Avengers or X-Men or Spider-Man. No, I agree with you there. But still good.
Until they get it back, they won't be promoting it heavily.
True. And Fox is going to hang on to it as long as it makes them money. So
trust me.
Yeah. I mean, I would love for Marvel Studios to get the X-Men franchise back and actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would mean that we'd actually get an X movie that didn't suck.
So I take it you're not looking forward to Days of Future Past then?
I'm not watching that crap. Okay, you know when I watched, what was the other POS? What was it called? That last travesty.
First Class?
Oh, yes, First Class. You know when I watched that? Because I didn't have anything else to watch on an all-French Air France flight. Okay, and that was it.
I actually liked that one.
I'm sorry.
Continuity-wise, it was a mess, but I still liked it.
Oh, that whole thing was a mess.
You gotta remember, he's very forgiving.
No, I liked Magneto in that a lot. I thought they did a really good Magneto in that film.
Well, I mean, come on, dude. Fassbender's the bomb. I mean, that dude's a beast in anything he's in. So, he's not gonna be bad.
Mm.
But, I mean, the whole naked preteen mystique kind of really bothered me on a level I'm not used to really dealing with at this point. And then, they brought in they had furry beast, and then they had lion-looking beast, and then they had I mean, dude, what is that crap? And in Havoc, seriously, that's the dude you pull out of the woodwork, right? Havoc?
Yeah,
Seriously.
a little odd.
Not anybody else but that toolbox.
It's a little odd that Havoc was that old in the 60s and Cyclops was still in his 20s in the 2000s. But whatever.
Right.
Exactly. And that's just a matter of, somebody wadding up the old crusty underwear and throwing it against the wall and seeing if it'll stick. And it didn't. It didn't stick at all.
No, it slid down slowly and left a trail.
Back. And then now they're gonna. What's sad is they're gonna bring a lot of that cast back, from what I understand, for this new movie.
The entire cast.
Oh, the entire cast plus more.
Except for
we haven't beaten that horse to death yet.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and flog it some more.
Yeah, except for Rogue, who got cut out of her 1 30-second scene. But yeah.
Yeah. One of the biggest stars you have in your stable.
Exactly.
There. Got her own series still,
That's funny. But yeah, so no, and I don't know if you heard this, Carrie, but even more than that, they have another movie planned after this. Do you know what that is?
Of course they do.
Do you know what it is, though?
Let's see. The death and rebirth like the Phoenix of Wolverine.
No. Apocalypse.
Oh, God. Why didn't I think of that? Shit.
Hey, Carrie, you shouldn't hold all that in. It's not good for you.
It's just so painful. And I guess if I had never been like a diehard, I'll beat your ass if you talk bad about the X-Men fan, it would be different.
Yeah.
But, dude, I mean, I've lived and breathed the X-Men for years.
Mm.
And
so Gary, does this hatred go back to this hatred also covers the first 3 movies, right?
Oh, it absolutely covers the first 3 movies. I was mildly accepting.
Is it a strict fanboy? I mean, what's the hatred stem from?
Well, okay, I start out at the casting in the only person they cast correctly in the whole the whole thing was Wolverine.
Right.
You didn't like Professor X casting?
That was the only spot on. Well, okay, Professor X, but I mean, come on, dude, that's not really a stretch, is it?
Oh, well, no.
Okay. But do you know what makes me sad about the Wolverine casting is the only reason that they got the proper Wolverine was because Tom Cruise broke the original Wolverine's arm.
That's true, yeah. Right.
Who was the original one going to be?
That was pure luck. Oh, that idiot from Mission Impossible 2.
Oh, okay.
Dougray Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's exactly what we need as a Wolverine, right? God, I just want to take somebody and beat him with a cane over that stupid casting, right? But fortunately, fate intervened, and we got the right Wolverine. But beyond that, and like I said, Xavier, Magneto wasn't badly cast. I thought he was a little bit old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially because, I mean, he's a little more hardy and hale in the comics, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because, come on, he's pulling Rogue in the comics, so you know he's got to be at least, you know, not... But old enough, you know, the whole Germany thing, I can buy it. So, but yeah, I mean, dude, the story was bad. I didn't care for the black leather costumes at all. That was like nipples on Batman. The blatant product tie-ins were annoying. And I drove an RX-8. I love that car, but I mean, come on, dude, seriously. I mean, yeah, it just the whole thing. And the kid that played Pyro,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to take him out and whip his ass a couple times too, because he's. I mean, dude, Pyro's not a kid, dude. He's a full-on adult, man. I mean, stop.
Yeah.
Huh? I mean, dude, I could just go at length. So yeah, and then Jean Grey. I mean,
English.
I love Famke Janssen. I mean, I think she's awesome. She's not Jean Grey. You telling me you couldn't find one smoking hot redhead in Hollywood? Stop it.
Yeah, sure.
They could have taken what's her name, the South African chick that played in Charlize Theron. They could have dyed her hair red, and she'd have made a better Jean Grey than that chick. Just did not work for me, man.
She was
Nothing
too old
about
for
it.
one thing.
Boy, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Especially to be with the guy that played Scott.
Yeah, Jean's supposed to be younger than Scott.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
don't even get me started on that clown.
Okay, yeah, that was very bad casting. I agree
He
with
was
you there.
beefy, dude. I mean, you know, and okay, I understand that like Cyclops. I mean, I'll be the first one to like rag that character because I can't stand him, but he's never been weepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I mean, you may not like him. He may be kind of a jackass and kind of a standoffish guy, but he's not weepy.
Right.
This guy was a goof.
That's all he was the whole
Yeah.
time was weepy.
Oh, Gene. Oh, Wolverine's making fun of me. Oh.
That sounds like Brant.
Yeah, I know, right?
I still think Halle Berry was the worst casting in the film, but that's just
Oh,
me.
she was so bad. And then, you know, she's talking about wanting to come back. I'm like, no, don't let her within 10 foot of that.
You know she's gonna be in the new one though.
Huh?
She's in the
She's
new
in
one.
the new one.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Because they're bringing both casts together.
She did finally admit that Catwoman was a terrible film.
Oh,
We needed that validation.
yeah, like I needed her verification on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So
My problem is her hair gets shorter every film, too.
it does.
I mean, you know, unless you're going to go for the full-on Storm Mohawk,
Mohawk, yeah.
who are you
Which,
trying to
you know,
fool?
At this point, why not?
Yeah, it might as well.
I mean, because they're not doing anything else with that character. I still don't know why she was in the last one.
Just say that really crappy line.
Yep. That was the only reason.
I mean, that was horrible. So
Well-
I guess we can eliminate the X-Men from our list of great comic book movies as we segue
Well, you know,
to that.
Segue.
No, you know what? Because I know two people that actually, and I'm indifferent. You know, I'm all right with the X-Men. I'm not the, but I've got two friends of mine that feel exactly the same way, and for basically the same reasons. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
You guys could form a club like the He-Man Woman Haters Club, but it's the X-Men Woman Haters Club. So you know what? That's a great segue, Carrie.
Segue.
The best film, Brant. Why don't you do better at your job, Brant? Because he's right. The best screen movies, Brant. Guide us.
Well, you didn't give me a chance to follow his segue
Segue.
because you jumped right in all over it.
Fowler.
That's okay. So, topic time.
Topic time.
It's topic time.
Topic time.
All right, so since we're talking comic movies already, as Carrie nicely segued us into
Segue.
before Frank trampled all over it and destroyed it, We'll start with you, Frank.
No, Brant, that's a no on X-Men for Carrie. Just
Yeah,
remember that.
I think, yeah.
Down right now.
I'll have to write
Just
that down
in case
so I
it
don't.
was ambiguous.
Yeah, I don't think that was very clear, Carrie. You might have to, expound on that a little bit.
Reiterate. We can do that.
But Frank, we'll start with you. What was your favorite comic summer blockbuster movie in the past decade?
Comic blockbuster, because you only gave me the itinerary like 2 minutes ago.
Yep.
So, it's almost a no. How do you not say Avengers? But you should have put some parameters on it. How do you
Okay.
not say
And I need some qualification here, because now, are we talking anything that's based on a comic? I mean, wide open, or does it have to be superhero genre?
All right, let's start with superhero, and we'll work our way down. All right, superhero top 3 favorite comic movies of the past decade.
Does anybody not agree that Avengers is the best? Because then we can debate about why you would say that.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Maybe not the best.
Of the superheroes?
John,
Yeah.
you cannot disagree because you think it's cool.
No.
Of the
I'm
superheroes.
not, I'm not.
Yes.
Of all the superhero movies that have been made, I'd say it's in the top 5, definitely.
What do you? I'm curious now. What you think is better?
I don't know that it's the best. I would have to say.
I would put Avengers up there close, but I'm like John. I mean, dude, it's hard to beat Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2, really?
What?
I love Iron Man 2, dude.
Did you drink too many Coca Locas down there? Did you say Iron Man 2?
I love Iron Man 2.
Wow.
I love that movie.
Wow.
That really surprises me.
Iron Man 1 I could maybe give you, but Iron Man 2?
Holy shit.
I like Iron Man. You know what? I like Iron Man 2 because it felt like he was hitting a stride.
Okay. I can buy that.
Iron Man 1, I felt like they tried to just shove too much into. I mean, I'm not ragging the movie at all. Don't get me wrong. I like that movie.
No, I agree. It's not my choice
it just
anyway,
felt like
but yeah.
It felt like they shoved too much in. In Iron Man 2, they felt like they kind of had some room to move around a little bit, and they were, Stark was getting really good, and I really enjoyed the character part of him in that movie.
At least you didn't say Swamp Thing.
No, you're not.
I did say of the past decade.
Which one? Which Swamp Thing? The one with Adrian Barbeau or the one with Heather Locklear?
You know what? I gotta go Barbeau because those breasts. I grew up on those breasts.
Oh my God! Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth?
The bar breasts.
Still, let's
Adrian
keep this.
bar breasts.
Let's keep this between 2000 and 2014. We'll say.
Just because that's all you remember, Brent?
No. No.
No.
That's when this modern era of comic films started. Was 1999-2000.
All right. If we have
with the original Tobey Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
And
John,
what was yours again? Because you wanted your
you never said.
What was yours again?
John,
Hey, John.
John.
did we lose you, John?
Holy smoke.
All right, Frank. While we're waiting on John, what was yours?
Did he go to the shitter?
I don't know what happened. I think I lost connection with him. That's weird.
That man had to go.
He
Let me
gave
ask you this, Carrie.
boots.
Now, Carrie, let me ask you this. So when you talk about the block, you're actually talking about now, and I'm not going to pick on you on it.
Okay.
You're actually talking about in the spirit that you like the film, not like the blockbuster type. That you like Iron Man 2 the best.
Okay. Of all the Iron Man movies, I like Iron Man 2 definitely the best. Out of all the I guess you would call it phase 1 movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2 is really, it's really close for me with Avengers. I liked Avengers. I would say probably I liked Avengers more, but barely, not by much.
See, I never think Gladman gets his ass in a rut when I say I never put Avengers in the phase 1 films of best stuff because I don't think it's fair to compare.
It's true.
I think the phase 1 films are the films leading up to the Avengers because the Avengers, the Avengers cheats because you've had how many movies of background, and they could just kickstart and running in the movie without worrying about, character development or anything. So
no doubt about it.
It's almost not fair to compare, but Gladman's like, no, you got to say the Avengers. I'm like, why? I said, the Avengers is a culmination of those movies.
Yeah, I agree. It's not fair. It's not really fair to compare it to them, but still.
You should say, Bray. You should say what's the worst of the modern films.
No, but I want to know. I have to know what you guys like better than the Avengers, because that just blows my mind. John.
Yeah.
What do you like better than the Avengers?
What did I think was better than Avengers was Dark Knight Rises.
Ooh.
I disagree, but okay.
Really? I mean,
I was going to call you a 4-letter word.
I know it was the first time he was ever going to cuss was going to be then.
No.
I will tell you, dude. If I had to, pure watchability, right? I mean, if you walked into my house and said, pull out the one superhero movie in the last decade that you want to watch right now, Watchmen.
Really?
Yeah,
I love that.
And you know what? Visually, you're absolutely. I'm saying something. People don't realize that movie holds a lot of spirit to the book.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Now, is it as good a film? Would I say it holds its own with the Avengers? Probably not. But they're not the same kind of film.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
And that really, I think, makes all the difference.
Kerry, I always say, the thing that I have, and Dark Knight, of course, is great. However, if I have my choice of watching a Marvel movie or a DC Batman film, I'll watch the Marvel movie first because for some reason, it's easier for me to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't like the DC films, but they're just, I don't know, Marvel just seems more laissez-faire and visually appealing.
They're lighter.
There are 500 superhero movies I would watch before I watched any of the Batman movies.
Wow.
Well,
I mean, no doubt about it. You know why? Now, I'll tell you this: the first Nolan Batman movie, I enjoyed it for what it was. And if they had stopped there, I think I would feel completely different about the Christian Bale Batman. But they went on to make those two absolute buckets of suck that came later, and I cannot watch any of it now.
Wow.
Now, dude.
Yeah.
I was so depressed when I walked out of that movie theater after Bane that it was almost on the level of Spawn.
Let's see, I loved all three of the Batman movies. It's just, I'm like Frank. If I sit, I really have to be in the mood to watch them. I can't just pull that out.
Ready to cut your wrist.
No, I thought they were really good. I mean, they're not flawless, but I did think that Dark Knight, not Dark Knight Rises, but Dark Knight and Avengers were, or Dark Knight and Iron Man were really close as, as far as quality and everything goes.
Oh, I probably said the wrong one then.
Joker or Bane?
The Joker one.
Okay, Dark Knight.
Yeah. The Dark Knight, not the Dark Knight Rises. Sorry.
That was a fantastic performance.
Yeah.
And that carried that movie. And I agree.
I hate Bane in any form.
But
Yeah, that's why you threw me when you said Dark Knight Rises.
I'm sorry. That was my fault. I got the name wrong.
Well, I get them confused too, John. I mean, it's like, God.
Yeah, well,
that's
the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because they all blur into one really long.
Yeah, because, well, honestly, in the third one, he became too whiny. Batman became too whiny. It became this thing. It became this thing after 8 years. You've kind of lost not only your physical edge, but you've lost your emotional edge as well. No one fears Batman anymore. So it's not, you're no longer the symbol.
I mean, he's not going to quit. Batman doesn't quit.
Yeah, he would have died. before he quit.
Yeah.
But he just quits for 8 years because his knees messed up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever. That's not something Batman. That's something I did. That's not something Batman does. You know.
Right.
So yeah, it just never struck me. I mean, Anne Hathaway, perfect Catwoman and all that. Love that performance, but you know, but for me, the middle one was relatively flawless. My thing with Avengers, I mean, I enjoy the movie. I watch it, you know, kind of at least once a month still. But the Chitauri for me were such non-entities, such non-villains.
Well, they were kind of lumped in there, weren't they?
Yeah, that, you know, it just did nothing for me. I would have rather they had been Skrulls or Kree or, you know, anything established. But, you know, and I know that they're doing 90% of the Marvel Universe from the Ultimate books. I get that. And I know that Chitauri's an Ultimate book thing.
Is it really?
But
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I think so. I think they are.
They are.
So, you know, they just did nothing at all for me whatsoever as far as, you know, characters. I never felt that, hey, these guys are that big a threat. Other than the fact that they're, you know, blowing up the city. It's like,
I really would have also liked to
taking
see
you
some
guys
more
on.
Annihilus.
Yeah. Or, you know, it could have been, if it had been Annihilus or Blastar even. And, you know, they're kind of little foot soldiers. I would have bought into it a little bit more. But,
Yeah.
you know, the Chitauri were such a non-entity in the way that, you know, after Stark blows up their mothership with the nuclear bomb and they all just fall down.
Well, they had a hive mind.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they had a hive mind, but that kind of lost it for me, too. You know, it's like, you know, that scene made me think back to Independence Day. You know, even though they blew up the mothership, you still got to deal with the little ships.
Yeah.
You know, so
I would have expected a little more mop up, a little more cleanup.
yeah. But you know, other than that, I mean, I love the Avengers. You know, I'd say it would definitely be top 3. You know, top 5, absolutely. But you know, there are other films that I really liked more. Then again, you know, I'm about
like Green Lantern.
Oh yeah, love that movie. Yes.
Oh my God.
No, I was gonna say I really like Superman Returns,
Really?
and I know I'm gonna get crap for it.
Wow.
My sack just tingled. Oh.
Okay, listen, here, I was going to ask this question. Okay. Superman 2, Man of Steel, or Superman Returns?
Oh.
Of those 3,
The best or the worst?
Superman 2.
The best.
Yeah, I'd have to
Superman
say
2.
Superman 2.
Superman 2, far and away, but
Yeah.
I really liked Man of
even
Steel,
within the
though.
last 10 years.
Yeah. I did like Man of Steel. I did not like Superman Returns at all.
And actually, the only reason I said Man of Steel, except Superman Returns, was just the absolute ridiculous destruction of everything.
Yeah.
They
wreck it.
decimated Smallville.
They wreck it.
They wrecked a good, you know, mile of Metropolis.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and talk about your product placement in that movie. My God.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, just the sheer and utter destruction. And, you know, Superman being so cavalier about the amount of destruction that, you know, to not even say, oh, my God, look how much we're destroying things. I need to get this out of the city or something. You know, whether you could have or not, but just to reference it.
You remember in Superman 2 where he actually took a beating trying to protect the people on the street.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
They tried to get it.
And I felt like that was an element that got totally left out of Man of Steel.
Yeah, definitely. And, I mean, I had no problem with the neck snap. I had no problem at all with the neck snap.
I can't get behind it, dude. Not with anybody but Superman. I can't. Yeah, just can't do that.
Well, the only reason I can go with it is the amount of anguish he had after.
Yeah.
Because it tore the hell out of him to do that.
Well, that's true. That's true.
But, that was it. He saw that, or at least the way I read it is, he saw it as his only option. It's like, I either have to kill him or he's going to kill these people right in front of me. There's no other way to stop him. Snap.
Yeah. That's the way I look at it.
And they did set up a little more violent Kryptonian background in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
No,
I mean, his dad was a warrior sort of thing, that sort of thing. So,
I love that we actually saw Krypton, and I mean, I thought that imagery it kind of made the film for me.
No, I totally dug the first half of the movie. I thought it was great, the fact that we got to see that they were not only technologically advanced, but they were also still kind of this violent warrior race. It wasn't as antiseptic as they tried to make it, back when they redid when the comic Man of Steel.
Burn,
Yeah, how they made it so antiseptic and everything.
And also with differences between the religious zealots of it and the scientists.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the religious zealots more just with the military compared to the science. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, okay, so now we've got John. John is in on with the second Batman, and my favorite was Watchmen, and I think Frank, you were digging the Avengers, yeah?
Yes.
So Brant, where are you at, bro? What's your
Green
number
Lantern.
one?
No, Avengers is my favorite.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
2 votes for Avengers.
Yeah.
So that's your top.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and what surprised me is that I really, really liked the 2 Thor movies. And I'm not a Thor fan, but I absolutely love those 2 movies. For whatever reason. I just think they're really good. I would put them on par with Iron Man.
I'll say that I enjoyed the Thor movies, but I felt like they were the bottom of the Phase 1 movies.
Really?
Well, Phase 1 and Phase 2. Yeah, I think neither of those movies, when the full story is written, I think they will always be at the bottom tier.
I
don't
know that I agree with that, but no, I can see why.
I think they're pivotal.
As much as I'm a Hulk fan, I think I think Iron Man 2 is. I've always considered Iron Man 2 kind of weak, but the Incredible Hulk is like the wicked stepchild of Phase 1. It no matter what it does, and I love the Hulk.
I love that
the
movie,
but it seems like that no one ever puts that remotely close to the other movies, whether it's warranted or not.
You're right. And, it's because that first movie left such a bad taste in everybody's mouth, I think.
No. You know what it is, dude? I'm going to tell you. The Hulk suffers from the same problem that anything that got a television treatment in the 70s suffers from.
Yeah.
And that is getting over the bullshit history.
Yeah, but at the same time...
look, they still can't stop putting Ferrigno in the damn movie.
That's true.
And they still can't stop using the TV origin.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
At the same time...
and that got to stop.
Yeah, at the same time, I actually appreciated the nods to the TV series in the Ed Norton Incredible Hulk movie.
Yeah, no, I didn't mind them.
The Hulk had the same thing, though, the Ang Lee Hulk.
Right, it did. But I don't know.
But, the thing about it is, the Hulk is not. The Hulk is it's Dr. Jekyll, man. And it's dark and it's scary, and it's supposed to really probe the depth of the psyche, and you can't do that when you keep goofing around with the purple pants, man.
That's true, but
you can't.
For whatever reason though, that's the Ed Norton one is one that I pull out often, and I'll just watch it. And I just really enjoy it. I don't know why that particular movie.
I do prefer that over the Ang Lee.
I'll choose it over Iron Man sometimes, though. I mean,
Gamma Dogs. Yeah. Gamma Dogs just makes you cry.
Gamma Dogs and
but you know what though? But you know what though? Where they screwed up with Ang Lee is the general public is not familiar with the Peter David, John Byrne, dark imagery. The reason why the Hulk was the way he was. They're used to the beat-eating, puppy-loving. He gets mad. He gets stronger. He doesn't grow 20 feet tall when he gets madder. And the fact that you can't put a simple... You know what? The army scene in Ang Lee's Hulk was the best scene. if they would have done that as the focal point bad guy, that would have been all right. But you can't even put an F-lister villain, the Absorbing Man, in there.
Oh yeah.
You know, he had the Zax too. I mean, which was horrible.
Yeah, and the lighting in that film was so dark that in the night scenes you could barely see what was going on.
And I will tell you this right now: if the next Hulk movie does not have the leader in it, I will shoot Brandon Fowler.
That's gotta be me.
That right there is at the top of my wish list for coming movies.
A new Hulk movie?
I want a proper Hulk. I want a real Hulk movie.
Do you like the actor that's playing him now?
I do.
Okay.
Of all of the guys that have played the Hulk, he is my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I agree. Ruffalo really brought
and I tell you what I love the changes that they made in the Hulk for the Avengers.
Yeah.
I thought that was the most genius portion of the entire Avengers thing, was how the Hulk overshadowed that entire movie. Everything that S.H.I.E.L.D. had done was actually prepping for the Hulk.
Yeah.
And you know, and how deeply Fury was concerned about you know what potential the Hulk could have.
Yeah.
That to me, Ruffalo is the embodiment of what the Hulk wants to be if they'll just cut that movie loose and do the right thing.
One of my
which
favorites.
Makes me wonder, which scares me, that I wonder if I have to swallow the bitter pill that the Hulk's a better. So let me tell you something. I used to have every issue of the Hulk. Okay, Seriously, I don't know how the book lasted. I don't know how the book became. I don't know how the character became an icon, because I'm telling you something right now. There was a number, I can tell you easily 75 to 100 issues where I just picked it up, read once. Okay, that's crap. I'm putting it in there, and I'm just wondering if he's a better, for movie-wise, if he's a better supporting character than he is a main character.
I think they can, but the thing about it is they're going to have to at some point, you know, balance Hulk smash with the psychological aspect. They're going to have to do that.
Right.
Because otherwise, I mean, you're right. He's at best a supporting character. And he's boring when you drag him in and just have him go beat shit out of whoever and then calm down. I mean, that's lame.
Right.
Yeah. One of my favorite scenes in the Avengers movie though was when he punched Thor.
Oh, it was classic.
Yeah. It was beautiful. I love that scene.
The best scene in the Avengers was when he smoked Loki.
Oh well, yeah.
Right. But the best
that's the single best 30 seconds of that entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
The best homage, though, that they did with the Hulk was what they needed to do with Superman when they had that Superman moment, was when he knocked the shit out of the big old whatchamacallit that came at him. That's like the Hulk epic moment where he's like, oh my God, that guy is just the bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true. Do you think that they would ever or could ever pull off something like Planet Hulk in the movies?
No.
No, you don't think so?
I think nobody would care about the characters.
Okay.
Now, World War Hulk, no, you couldn't do World War Hulk either.
I wouldn't want to see World War Hulk.
No.
What were you going to say, John?
No, I was going to say, there's too much backstory that you have to build up to make Planet Hulk work.
That's true.
I mean, because there's no reason for him to go rogue and fight every hero on the planet without having everything that came before. Otherwise, you're just kind of plugging him into a situation.
But, John, you mentioned about the Ultimates thing with Marvel. You know what I'm seeing, though? Isn't it really weird how at first these movies, they kept preaching about the fact that they had to make these movies with the appeal of the masses and not the fanboys. Mm-hmm. Isn't it weird how the firestorm is happening now of support, because now the fanboys are getting whooped up because they're doing all the fanboy stuff now? I mean, the fanboys.
Oh well, yeah, but they're doing it. But they're doing it right.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. They're doing it right.
Well, Ultimates kind of ended up being the kind of fanboy conduit for Marvel anyway. It allowed them to throw off a lot of the history of the original characters and just do these crazy fanboy things
Right.
that they wanted to do. You know, keep Peter Parker in high school for 20 years, you know, and all that other stuff. Don't allow him to grow up. And, you know, all the other things that they've done throughout the Ultimates universe. You know, make Hulk this crazy, out-of-control thing that, you know, eats people and stuff like that, you know.
See, I was hoping that they would do the Hulk, the Ultimate version, and they failed me on that.
Oh, well, no, they couldn't do that in a mainstream movie.
But, you know, I will tell you, they did reference at some point that he ate somebody or something. Didn't they say that in the movie? Like somebody said something about he ate somebody or something in the movie?
I missed that.
I'll have to go look
I could have sworn there was a reference at some point to him eating somebody.
Maybe there was. I don't know. If there was, I missed it. I don't know though. I mean, I know the look is derived a lot from the Ultimate Universe, but a lot of the elements of the film are from the 616 continuity. Yeah, they do.
They mix them actually. I mean, because it's not, you know, the Thor they have isn't the crazy beatnik Thor that.
Right,
you know,
but like the Captain America's right out of the Ultimates. Nick Fury's right out of the Ultimates.
But look-wise, yeah, but I don't think personality-wise, necessarily.
Yeah, have you read the Ultimates?
I've read some of it, yeah.
Yeah, that's straight Ultimate Cap right there, dude. Especially if you see the stuff that they're showing in the new movie.
But not quite as
he's not quite as gung-ho.
as ruthless though.
Right.
Yeah, he's not quite as gung-ho as the Ultimate Cap.
I think you're going to see that though in this coming movie, dude.
It may be, yeah. It looks like.
Gary, what would you pay for Chris Evans to go? The A does not stand for France.
Dude, that was awesome.
What do you think?
Yeah, you can play
that.
You couldn't play that. You couldn't play that in France, though. No. That would take too long.
Speaking of that, though, I'm really looking forward to Winter Soldier. I'm looking for that movie.
God, I'm going to go see it with subtitles. I'm watching it.
Nice. It looks fantastic. Some critics, I don't know about this, but some critics are saying it's better than Avengers.
Well, a friend of mine saw the sneak preview for the site that he worked for last Friday, and I asked him, you know, because obviously he can't give details out other than just saying that if he liked it or not. And I said, hey, how does it compare to, you know, Iron Man? I mean, how does it compare to the best Phase 1? And he said he thinks it's more like Avengers 1.5. And the only thing that,
nice.
And the only thing that he would even remotely comment on was that Black Widow and Falcon play big parts in the movie.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, you can kind of tell that from.
Yeah. And speaking of those lesser characters, and speaking of Hulk as well, it's going around that in Avengers 2, Hawkeye and Hulk have really major roles. So.
It's about time.
Yeah.
Well, part of that, too, is, what's his name? I keep forgetting his name who played Hawkeye.
Jeremy Renner.
And on a quick side note, a friend of mine who I met, a coworker of his, I swear looks exactly like him, and he says that he gets embarrassed when he says, especially when people come up to him and ask him if he's Jeremy, and then find out he's not. But anyhow, I get the same thing with John Goodman. But anyhow, so he said that he was not complaining, but like what they first told him about Hawkeye was not what he thought it was, and I guess he really advocated that he wanted to play more parts in the movie, and I guess whether or not that had any impact, they obviously developed his role.
Yeah. Now talk about Ultimate version.
I'd be interested to see more about. I mean, I'd like to see an interview with him to talk about that because
yeah.
I mean, what did he not do any background? I mean.
Well, he just said that for whatever they went over with him, he just said that in the Avengers, he didn't think that was the character that he intended, that what he originally intended to play. He thought there'd be more which I was kind of like, well, you were kind of snuck in there, and I think that, and for me, Hawkeye is the one that I would love to see in the smaller. Besides the Avengers, I'd love to see, like, when they're doing the Netflix, a smaller scale thing with him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be a great ongoing series, but although they do have Arrow, so I keep forgetting
He's the
that.
purple impersonator, dude. He's not meant to be a great character.
I love Hawkeye.
Actually, you know what, Kerry, you're right, though, because of all the mimics and the back and forths between DC Marvel characters, Hawkeye's always been the failed Green Arrow, even though
second fiddle in every aspect.
He really, yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that. He really he'll never be a top-tier character.
No, he's not. I agree with that.
Don't get your feelings hurt, Fowler. Don't get your feelings hurt, Fowler. You knew that was coming.
No, I mean, I can totally agree with that. I still like him better than Green Arrow personally because I'm a Marvel guy anyway, so.
Well, yeah.
You're a DC
I am not. I'm a Marvel guy. I've always been a Marvel guy.
Yeah,
you sound like a little girl saying that. I'm a Marvel guy.
But I mean, one of the things with Hawkeye is they've never really given him that definitive personality point.
That's true.
Like with Arrow, it became that he's like the ultimate lefty. He's the ultimate liberal character to the point of being obnoxious about it.
No. That said, I've not read it, so I can't comment. But that Hawkeye series going on right now has gotten critical acclaim left and right. Fans love that series for whatever reason. I don't know. I
haven't read it. I like the covers, but I haven't read it.
Eric likes Hawkeye too, so that gives you a starting point.
Grant, I don't
tell you
know
something.
anything you say because you like Youngblood.
I did not like Youngblood.
Are you a Shaft guy,
Brent and I couldn't have been friends if you liked
No. I did like X-Force.
Hey, guys.
I didn't like
Is
Youngblood.
this or is John Wilson starting to sound more and more like a Dalek as his interview goes on?
I am a Dalek. Didn't you know?
Exterminate.
Exactly.
Sorry, Karen.
No, it's cool. I think that the only thing that could make Hawkeye cool was if, after all this time, you find out he's always been a wolf in sheep's clothing. He's always been the villain that he started out being.
That would be a twist. I'll give you that. That would be interesting.
Or if
Like
he turns everybody over to S.H.I.E.L.D.
For a while there, they were making fun of him about that. There's an old Hulk issue where Hulk fights an old villain called Zax. I don't know if you guys remember Zax.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Zax. He's like an electric guy.
Hawkeye
Zax?
spends all this story, spends the whole book trying to find a way to defeat Zax, and he actually destroys Zax, and the Hulk gets all the credit. He's like, "Come on, man! I did all this and I get nothing for it."
All you have to do is shoot a water balloon arrow at Zax. He's pretty much over.
But whether you're a fan or not, I still think it's kind of cool that you're going to have Hawkeye, Cap, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver in Avengers 2. That's just cool to me. It's history. So, yeah, whatever.
Maybe Hawkeye will die. That'll make it a perfect movie for me.
Oh, come on.
That Quicksilver outfit is a problem, but
What? Yeah. I told you last time, the movies can't get Quicksilver right. I don't know why.
No, I mean, I have no problem with the Under Armour shirt.
Yeah.
The obvious shirt. But I'm
sorry,
sorry.
John.
The New Balance shoes
and the track pants and the wig.
and the track pants are just killing me.
It's the track pants really set it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
you would think that they'd be at least a little slightly form-fitting, like a runner's outfit, like a body glove or something. But no, these are like baggy sweatpants.
But it's still miles better than the X-Men version of them in the X-Men film.
No, the X-Men one is a clusterfuck. I mean, come on. It's like the worst parts of all the black leather outfits that they have. They just stew them together to make his outfit.
Have you seen him in the X-Men one, Carrie?
No.
You haven't? Oh my god.
Pictures? Oh wow,
I am gonna find this for you.
It'll make
This
you
is
sad.
why. That's why I'm not screaming right now.
Yeah.
Dude,
No, the X-Men one will make you sad. It really will.
this is so bad. He's like I don't even know how to describe him. He's like something straight out of the 80s.
Yeah, it makes the Avengers one look good by comparison, honestly.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Sending it to Carrie now. There you go.
Oh, let's see. Pop
You're gonna
culture.
love this.
Oh no, no! You're kidding,
Nope.
Well, it would make you cry.
dude. What the hell is that? He's got a utility belt.
Yep.
Yes, he does. It's like, what's he holding in there? Gum?
He looks like Julian
Shoelaces?
Assange.
Yes, he does.
He's WikiLeaks. He's quick WikiLeaks.
It's bad. Whatever it is.
That is. Oh God, get that off.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so where we gave our top movies? Did we give our top ones? All of our top ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay, that was Heroes. Now, I mean, as far as just like the entire done from a comic book, where are you at on that?
John?
Wow, that's a little harder.
Yeah, I gotta think about that.
I mean, I really wanted to wanted. No pun intended.
Say that again?
I wanted to wanted.
Oh, okay.
I want to like Wanted a lot.
Yeah, I wanted to wanted. But it really fell flat for me.
Well, it failed in its adaptation, I can promise you that.
Yeah,
it was
it
nothing like
incredibly
comic.
failed in its adaptation. I don't know. I mean, I haven't been chasing down a lot of the, less than superhero ones, but I think Road to Perdition was really good.
It's on my list, man.
Yeah, that's a definite one. As lame as they kind of were, I'm still big on the Hellboy movies.
Oh,
I
I
like
love
the second.
Hellboy too.
Yeah.
That-
You know what? I tell you what.
It had definite
A very
problems,
good,
but,
a very good film that you have to be in the mood to watch is Ghost Rider.
Oh my God.
Did you just
You're
really
right.
just say that?
You're just trying to wind me up, dude.
No, I was actually kind of. No, listen, I'm not wearing a dress or anything like that. I'm just saying I was surprised. I didn't even know it was a comic movie until someone said, "Oh, it's from an indie whatchamacallit." I didn't mind it. I thought, well, my God, this is better than what I thought it was.
No, wait a second. What did you say? Because I thought you said Ghost Rider.
No, no, the one with the girl from Tuesday from Addams Family, Ghost Rider.
Oh.
right?
Rider.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
I'll cut my.
Fowler, you don't know how
like
bad I
Ghost
was
Rider.
about to go off. I was about to lose my shit.
That's why I had to clarify.
Yeah, because
That
I'm
couldn't have been
Ghost
right.
Rider too, and I'm like, no.
I was like, well, if you like Ghost Rider, you really need to check out Blade 3.
Yeah.
Or Steel.
No, it's the movie. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. The one with it's an adaptation. No, God damn it. I'm saying, you know what? I'm saying the fucking movie wrong. That's why.
I think you must be, because
Get back with me when I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I gotta find it. I said the wrong title. God damn it.
Who stars in it?
I thought it was the one. Oh my God, the one with a girl. Never mind. I'll find it. I saw it on a whim because it was an indie book, and I was like, wow, this is actually kind of. Get back with me in a minute. I'm looking it up right now.
Ghost World? Is that what you're talking about?
No wonder you guys are giving me shit. I would never say Ghost Rider.
No, Ghost World. Ghost World?
I didn't realize it was Ghost World. Thank you.
Okay.
whoa, really? Ghost World?
I've never seen
I didn't
that. So
mind
I can't say.
Is that the animated one?
No.
No,
It's
the one
got
with,
Scarlett Johansson in it.
The one with Scarlett Johansson and
Laura Birch.
Steve Buscemi and Thora Birch in it.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Is that?
It was.
Is that, yeah, that's because that's based on an indie book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was okay, I guess, for what it was.
What's it
I mean, if you're gonna pull out,
It's got Steve Buscemi in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the one. The Ghost World.
Hey, my apologies, guys. I didn't realize I was saying Ghost Rider. That you're right. I kick my own ass by it like that.
That almost. You almost started to rumble in Carrie's head.
You know,
We don't even talk about that actor on the show.
I don't realize how bad my blood pressure went up when he said Ghost Rider. I'm like, Ghost Rider? Are you freaking
this is
kidding me?
bullshit. If I ever want to get Bill going, I will. If he says something that I don't like, I like this, I'm like, fuck you, Bill. You like Ghost Rider, and you admit it. And that sets him off every time. Because he does. He likes Ghost Rider, and I don't understand why.
I don't either.
Yeah,
Among
I got nothing.
horrible Nicolas Cage movies, that movie is even worse than the average Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much worse.
I mean, I don't even really care for the character of Ghost Rider, but those movies just wow. Yeah.
I will watch Dolph Lundgren's Punisher before I watch Ghost Rider.
Definitely.
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But to get back to an indie film that I kind of like better than Ghost World was American Splendor.
Don't you fucking judge me, John Wilson.
I'm not judging you exactly.
I heard your tone, John. Better than Ghost World. I heard that, John Wilson. Don't you judge me.
No, that was actually American Splendor was a good movie.
It was.
I'm just questioning your choice.
Depressing.
It was very depressing.
No, that's why it was.
But I mean,
it was depressing.
Pete Carr was not exactly popcorn fare either. He was fairly depressing as a dude.
No, but I remember him when he came on Letterman way back in the day.
Yeah.
And I'm really kind of like, oh yeah, okay, I get this guy. Because I never really read the comics that much. I kind of saw him here and there. But yeah, the movie, and Paul Giamatti, wow.
He's a genius.
Completely embodied that. And, the fact that they got that poor bastard playing Rhino in that travesty that's about to come out.
That's not a travesty.
Are you talking about that new Spider-Man movie?
That new Spider-Man movie.
When does that nerd drop anyway?
May?
July.
Yes.
Oh, is it July?
Oh, because they moved it back so it couldn't come anywhere near Captain America.
Well, yeah. If they're smart.
Yeah. No, it's May. It's May 2nd.
Is it May? Oh.
Yeah.
How sad.
Well, that was dumb.
Oh, we're off by a couple of months.
That was dumb.
Okay, it'll be on DVD by July.
Yeah, well.
First one
It's
was
still
great.
going to get kicked by Captain America.
First one was fantastic.
It was horrible.
It was amazing.
It made me cry.
In name only.
Nope, it was good.
No,
My
for
feelings.
me, if I'm talking just all over comic movie, I'm kind of with John. I like Road to Perdition. I thought, as far as just a fantastic adaptation of an already good graphic novel. And one of those, what I like about that movie is like, people see it and then you tell them, yeah, that was a graphic novel. Like, no way! It just blows them off.
Comic?
I like the first Red. I thought that was a fun adaptation. But I like the Losers as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Losers
yeah, I
was
forgot
good.
about the Losers.
Yeah.
And I think the Losers was kind of what Wanted wished it was and could never have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
I'd agree with that.
But both Sin City and 300 were fantastic adaptations.
Mm-hmm.
I like. There's a special place in my heart for the Spirit movie. I liked it. It wasn't. I don't think it was that great of a movie. I just liked it. Hellboy 2, fantastic.
Hellboy 2
Yeah,
was really good.
Hellboy 2 though was awesome. It took an already good first movie and just blew it up. But that's all the director. The director made that movie big time. Guillermo del Toro is just a freak.
Mm-hmm.
But now if I got to pull my favorite purest comic book movie, it's Unbreakable.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, I could see
That to me that's the purest purest comic book movie I've ever seen.
Okay.
I could do that.
Was that a comic before, though?
No, it's just a comic movie kind of.
It's comic based, yeah.
Yeah. It's a real world application of a comic book hero, yeah.
If you go back and you watch that movie and pay attention to the pacing and the setup, you can actually see the pages in that movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was an absolutely fantastic movie. I love that movie. I really liked the new Dread movie, actually.
Oh my god, that was fantastic.
It was really good.
I've seen that one.
Just,
Hey, I'm the law.
no, not that one.
Well, and that's I to tell you the truth, that I did not go see that movie at the theater, the new one.
Yeah.
Because I could not get over. I am the law.
Uh-huh.
But when I saw it on video, oh my gosh! I mean, I own it because I love it. Yeah, it's a fantastic movie.
Yeah. And I'll
And
probably.
the chick that played Mama is terrifying.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the same chick from Game of Thrones. She's flat out scary.
I really hope they do a sequel to that, though. I'd like to see another one.
Well, if you ask the nerd girls, they're championing that cause. When it comes to that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
I don't know what those chicks got for Carl Urban, but Jesus, they got it bad.
And I'll probably stand alone on this, but I really like the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
You do. You stand completely
Yeah,
alone.
I know.
Yeah, the
I
first
know.
what, Brent?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, it's better than the second one. I'll give it that much.
I
Go,
mean,
go ninja, go!
yeah, no. I mean, you gotta understand, at that point, I'd never read, like, the original Turtle stuff. I grew up on the cartoon and then the Archie comics, so that was my Turtles. So, for me, that was a great adaptation.
Brent, we're not surprised because you like Youngblood.
I do not like Youngblood.
That's going to be your catch line. You're going to get a shirt in the mail that says that I love Youngblood.
No, you've got it mixed up. That's why we never see him anymore. He's a vampire. He likes the blood of the young.
Wow, okay. That's dark.
Thank you.
Vampire wearing pajamas just doesn't cut
That's
it.
right. That's the cause, actually, we need to pattern to get Brant out to cons and stuff is buy him pants.
I have.
Hey, they got those. They got those sweatpants that look just like jeans.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
We could get him pajamas that look like a tuxedo or something.
Exactly.
And as I've said before, right now as I'm podcasting, I'm wearing pajamas that look like blue jeans.
Oh, my God.
That's awesome.
Actually, he's just wearing blue jeans. He just, sleeps in them.
No.
No, those are too hot.
His next podcast, aren't you doing another podcast after this one, Brant?
I'm doing a live video show after this.
I bet you won't be wearing pants for that one.
They'll never know because I'm only on camera from.
He never
So
wears
stop.
pants when he's doing a frontline show.
Oh, shoot. Speaking of which, though, it's about time for me to get off of this one and do that one, so we should start wrapping up. Yeah. All right, so as we do every episode, we'll go around the table and see what everybody has coming out, and going on. Frank, what's up?
Dude, as I said before, I don't have the glamorous life that you guys have. Gem City this
I sit around in my pajamas all the time.
Yeah.
Gem City this weekend, DerbyCon in June, Champion City in, I think, October, and hopefully when you get your ass in gear, and we'll be doing Rain Man soon.
Yep. Provided that Bill doesn't cancel on us again.
Wapner at 5. Wapner.
Carrie, what you got?
I'm going to the beach tomorrow.
I hate you.
You have to hear this. I have to hear this. I have to hear this every day from this man. I'm going to the beach and I'm drinking little drinks.
You're not allowed on the show.
No, let's see, man. I just completed the first Dynagirl trade. I am almost done with the second Dynagirl trade, and so those will be out very, very soon.
Nice.
And after that, man, I'm ticking right along. Dynagirl's, and I'm trying like hell to finish a novel.
Oh, yeah?
Nice.
Yeah, I actually, my novel is in talks with Airship 27. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, I think did you mention that last time? Because I remember saying some poor connection or something.
I did.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, that's about it, man. Other than the beach and margaritas.
John.
Nice.
Well, I don't have a cool life either. No one likes me and won't hire me to do anything. But all my energy, huh?
I said we like you. We're not hiring you.
We're not. Yeah, you won't give me money. But anyway, no, all my energy actually has gone into helping my wife put the finishing touches on the River City Comic Expo, which will be May 10th here in Louisville at the Mid-City Mall. It is the area's only completely for charity convention. We are still about a month away, and I'm proud to say that we are very nearly sold out of our tables. So if you were thinking about, thank you, if you were thinking about coming out, you better get on the ball quick, otherwise we won't have space for you. A lot of cool people coming. We have 4 panels planned. It's not just a comic show, it's also a craft show. You kind of can't go around town right now.
Say that again. It's a what show?
It's not just a comic show. It's a
Craft.
Craft show. Okay. Dude, I thought you said craft show, and I was like, wait a second, showing crack and comics.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's every convention I see it.
We're selling crack and meth at this show.
Yeah.
No, it's also
It is
craft.
Kentucky.
There will be people making things there. Let's put it
Very
that way.
cool.
Yeah, I thought so. And can't go anywhere in this town without seeing a poster because we spent the last couple of days putting posters up. So if you're in the Louisville area, please come check that out. I will also be at Gem City with posters and flyers and stuff. So swing on by the comic-related / Derby City Comic Con table. And that's about it for me.
Okay. And for me, I partook. I don't know.
You forgot how to talk?
I took part. I'll say it like that. I took part in the Buffy challenge with Comic Frontline.
You admit it.
Huh?
I said, and you admit it.
I do admit it. And we reviewed, recapped the entire run of Buffy and Angel, the comic series and TV series. It was a challenge Dark Horse put out, so we completed that today, or as we're recording this today, which is Wednesday. And so that's up. You can find it on comicrelated.com as well. And let's see, I'm about to start. I've been saying the wrong thing on here for like the past 3 weeks, saying that Binary Gray 7 is done. I haven't even started on Binary Gray 7 yet. No. I was getting it confused with the book. The pages finally got finished for Binary Gray number 7, and the pages for issue 8 I think they're being inked right now, so I'll have 2 issues of that to work on here very soon. The volume 1 trade paperback is, of course, already out, so that's from Assailant Comics. You can find them on assailantcomics.com. And working on various other things right now, so more updates on those once I have dates and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much all I got right now.
I'm sure Chris really appreciates you screwing up the numbers. Like that.
I told him about it. He was like, "Oh, dude, you're working too much, so you can't." He was like, "No, that was my other book that you just finished." I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's right."
Hold back a few dollars, Chris, from the next check, because
exactly.
And no.
Apparently he's like messing things up here for you.
No, I didn't mess anything up. I just messed up when I said was done.
I didn't mess anything up. I just messed up.
No. See, I didn't have the pages to letter, so it's not like I just lettered the wrong thing or something. Don't confuse people out there that might want to hire me.
No, you just don't know the promotion. You just don't know which book you're working on.
I was one issue off. I'm sorry.
That's important.
I know. I got a lot going on. I'm sorry. Anyway,
well, let's bail you out of this.
Yeah.
Why don't we?
Yeah, so that's going to wrap us up. John, you want to read us out of this travesty?
I will shovel you out of this.
Thank you. Oh, one more thing real quick before you do that. Tune in next week for the mega supersized celebratory episode of Zone 4 5-year anniversary. Exactly.
Oh, sure. Like, put all that pressure on us now.
It's going to be huge. No, it's going to have different segments and stuff. It's going to be super long. We got some big stuff planned, so everybody's going to love it, John.
Everyone's going to love it.
Yep, they are. All right.
And if they don't, we'll jump off a building.
Yeah, you can jump off. I can jump off the building.
Why? Your pajamas will kind of make their own little parachute. But anyway, that's enough of that. We'd like to thank our sponsors once again, Audible.com. Go to audibletrial.com/Zone4Podcast for a free 30-day trial and book download. And C2E2, April 25th through the 27th. Learn more at c2e2.com. We'd like to thank the official bands of Zone 4, the Ray Wall Band and Society's Plague that you hear on the show each and every week. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions for us, send those to zone4@comicrelated.com. We are also proud members of the Comic Related Podcast Network. And as always, thanks for listening. You are now leaving Zone 4.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody.
Awesome.
This is only a test for the X-Men.
Hi there. Can't take your call right now, but if you leave your name and a message, I'll try.
All right, I'll get carry on first then. Sorry about the late agenda, by the way.
It's what we've come to expect.
I know. I knew if anybody was going to give me crap about it, to be you.
Dude, I'm so used to going without an agenda. It's just such a lucky thing when I get one, brother.
All right, so in case you were wondering, Bill had to cancel tonight, so Frank's supposed to be sitting in. Now he's trying to call me, so I'll try to add him again.
We need a Bill Gladman backed out of the podcast.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right.
What's up, MODOK?
What's up, man? How you doing? Keep bragging about all that nice weather.
Yeah. I think we should form a lynch mob and attack Carrie because of this.
Hey, if you can get to me, you're welcome to it. It's a long damn swim from where you're at.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Bill Gladman backed out of the podcast again. Bill Gladman is never here when he says he will be. Bill Gladman. We don't even think he's a real person anymore. Bill Gladman, we miss you.
This has been a Gonzo Goose production.